I'm just sharing to you and introducing you, those of you who don't know Justice Stockton, who has been nominated by the president to be the new Chief Justice. There she is. But then she also had a view about legal education, which is so critical. Okay, and this has become critical. Let me put my scale in. It's become critical for many people these days. Now, the point she was making is that the thing with legal education is a bit, has to be explained. So there are two types of people who are operating within the judicial justice delivery system in England. There are those who are called solicitors. They don't go to courts. They are lawyers, but they don't go to court. They have elected not to go to court. They have told themselves that they don't have the calling of the court system. So they believe that it is a calling. It is almost like a pastor being called, as they tell us that Adom-Otchere one is so, and those things. They believe in England, and they started this process. Well, they borrowed it from the Italians and the French, but the English people have designed the legal profession the way it is today across the world. Now, they identify that there are a group of people that they think that being a barrister, practicing in courts as a barrister, is a calling. It's a gift. It's a gift of sorts. The information that you use to practice is the law. It's not a gift. That you have to learn. There are those who can learn the law and don't want to be barristers. In terms of the individual and the justice system that you need, you don't always need court. Sometimes you need a lawyer to write a letter, you need a lawyer to advise you, you need a lawyer to sit on the board. A lot of things happen in company lawyers are doing it, contract lawyers. There's a lot more legal work that goes on outside the court than in the court. Everybody accepts that. However, what goes on in the court is very, very important. And that's a calling. So the English people call those people barristers. So these days, people are both. People are solicitors and they are barristers as well. Before, no, there was just solicitors and barristers. In answering the question about legal regime, Justice Stockton was advocating something similar to that for Ghana, because she said that many of those who get called to the bar anyway, 85 to 90% of them don't practice. In fact, these days where much older people are getting called to the bar, they don't intend to practice. Why then must you make it a prerequisite for people to be called a lawyer and have all these, everybody wants to go in, 2,000 people. People should learn the legal degree and be able to write some different exam to become solicitors, or be able to go through some training to become solicitors, other than going to the bar to become barristers. This is Justice Stockton's answer.
In your view, what do you think is the problem that we have with legal education today?
Early on, I said that I thought that we were giving ourselves unnecessary headaches by insisting that everybody should go through. It's my candid opinion that it's time to sever the profession into solicitors and barristers. I think 9/10 of the people who go through legal education are not interested in going into the courtroom. They're not going to use the profession in the courtroom. So clear a path for those who want to go into the courtroom to study what matters in the courtroom, and then allow people also to get a solicitor's license, as you may find in a place like England and many Commonwealth countries, within a defined curriculum, so they can practice the profession they have finished. I think that's a major solution.
All right, welcome back to the show. Okay, so that's Justice Stockton, and you get a sense of her appreciation of how these things must work. And she's getting into the position, if she gets the nod from Parliament, she has a big job to do on legal reform, Ghana School of Law reform, barrister solicitor reform, Faculty of Law, University of Ghana reform. How many law schools can you have in the country? She's going to be big on that, and she's going to be very, very, very solid on that note, I believe. Okay, now she's getting nominated to be Chief Justice, but she's already on the Supreme Court.